Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. This is the Local Marketing Institute Q&A Live. Hosted by none other than Greg Gifford from Search Lab Digital, which, oh, by the way, you can find him now on LinkedIn, which I think is an amazing thing, by the way, just saying. And myself, Ben Fisher from Steady Demand. And you can, of course, find us on. Thank you for updating that, by the
I
way, Greg.
finally remembered to do it.
You did, you did. You know, by the way, you know you can take this slide and the previous slide. You can run these through ChatGPT and just say remove the glasses, and it'll remove my glasses. Just saying, you can do that.
I feel like we need to leave the old photos in until we get together in October or whenever it is and take new pictures.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Jeez, come on. You can't fake it till you make it, brother. All right. So that is us. Moving on. And you know you can join us on the Local Marketing Institute Connect on Facebook, where we have approximately 2.6 thousand members. I doubt it's jumped up to 2.7 since we last
It has
checked.
not gone up to 2.7 yet.
All right, okay, fine. We're good. So join us there. And then finally, if you would like Greg and I in your ear at any time, in the gym, in the car, in the shower, if you really want to, you can find us on Apple, Google, Spotify, and even iHeartRadio. With
Boom.
that, let's take a really quick look at who we have with us today. All right. So it looks like we've got Chad. Chad is with us. Donna. Hey, Donna. All right. Juan is here. Juan is here only once so far, by the way. Mark is with us. What's up, Mr. Barris? Max, of course, is with us. Hey, what's up, dude? Mike, Paul, Sheila, good to see you. Steven, how's it going? Jan, good to see you, buddy. And that is our group for today. See, nice to see you too, Axel. Right. Well, cool. Let's get rocking and rolling. All right. We do want to ask, of course, everybody, please, to go ahead and add some questions in the Q&A. I can see we've already got two. Thank you very much.
Fellas,
We'd
that
like,
deserves a big applause.
yes. And I'm sure everybody likes to see the caricature of Greg every time he does something like that. Greg, you need to speak, otherwise it's constantly you up on the stage.
It's
There you
I need to just say something every time afterwards, I guess.
You literally, actually, you just need to say something. Like you could even like literally say something,
Something.
something. Exactly. All right. So, everybody, thank you so much. We've got two questions in the hopper. That's fantastic. Let's get that up to 10 if we can in the next 25 minutes. That would be awesome. All right. Actually, Greg, we actually have four panelists today.
Oh, you can kick out the AI thing. I don't need that there. That just
I'm,
shows I'm
I'm
loaded.
just I'm just saying we have four people with us today. That's interesting. No, we can leave it there. It's fine. Transcribe it, man. All right. So let's get started. We're gonna get started with some news. Why not? All right. That was your cue, buddy, but that's all
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to tell people to put stuff in there. But it's time for the news. Something.
Yeah, there you go. Excellent. All right. The keyword for today is something. All right. So that being said, let's take a look at the news. What do we have here? So the first thing about news, the news item that we have today is local search is the future bleak? What I mean by that is we're seeing some interesting things in the search landscape these days. One of the things that really kind of terrifies me and should hopefully terrify all of you, especially if you're working in personal injury, is that something I've been monitoring for the past 2 months. Personal injury searches, specifically on mobile in Chrome, are disappearing for the personal injury space. If you look up personal injury lawyer in Titusville, personal injury lawyer in pretty much any suburb around LA, you will see that there is no three pack. There are local service ads, by the way. You will see those, but you will not see a three pack. And I was alerted to this by one of my customers, and I said, it's just a bug. 2 months later, it's not a bug, it's a feature. And the question is this going to come and hit us in more places, basically?
But you're only seeing that in Chrome, right?
Just Chrome, correct.
Yeah, I mean, how many people really use Chrome on their mobile device, though?
Everybody that has an Apple device or, I don't know.
No,
What?
if you're on Apple, you're going to use Safari.
Oh, no, I've got an iPhone. I use Chrome.
Oh, yeah.
I'm weird, but, just saying. But still, the thing is that, Greg, you know how Google does this. They
Oh, yeah,
they
totally.
start experiments on mobile first, and then it comes out to desktop. So it's a warning shot, I think, at this point.
Well, and like too, like even on iPhone, while you can't see it super well, we get the sponsored map pack that shows at the top that has the call button. You
Yep.
scroll down to the regular map pack, no call button in the map pack anymore.
And which is the next thing I was going to mention.
Oh, sorry.
Diminishing returns, diminishing feature sets. First spotted by Joy Hawkins about a couple weeks ago. And that is the call button missing from organic results from local pack. What the hell is Google thinking? What the hell is somebody thinking over there? Why would you do such a thing? Um, I'm curious, man. Actually, go ahead and click on one. I mean, does the call button show up after you click one?
Oh, I don't know. Let me see. If I click one, well, that's interesting. I
Mm.
click on it and I get the standard like overview reviews thing, and then it's showing social media posts very large.
Yep, makes
And
sense.
then I get other personal injury attorneys in the market. Then
Nice.
I get law firms in the market. Then I
Uh-huh.
get lawyers. I don't see a call button. I don't see a traditional GBP info. Like there is no phone number or website button anywhere on this
Yeah.
whatsoever.
So, okay. And it looks like people in the audience are getting all sorts of different types of results too, right? Like Steven saying he got LSA sponsored and a regular map pack. So it absolutely seems like it's some kind of a test that is definitely occurring here. Let's just all hope for our sakes and our customers' sakes that this is not something that's going to, I don't know, continue.
I found another scary one. Everybody try this one too while we're testing things. You want to do a search. So we just got back from our biggest conference of the year. So we've been doing a bunch of prep calls for leads that are car dealers. And I have not found this happen anywhere else other than Cleveland. But when you do a search for used cars Cleveland on a mobile device, we get an AI pack and no local pack at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now, any other city, you don't get the AI pack, you get the traditional map pack. But for some reason in Cleveland, and I don't know if you guys are seeing it, but everybody on our team sees it. When you
What's the
search on
theory?
mobile for used cars Cleveland, you get an AI pack and no local pack, which is a bit scary.
Yeah, let's see. I get a sponsored result, of course. I get sponsored vehicle. I do get a three pack with no fucking phone numbers. Oh, wait. If I swipe on it, I do see a phone number. If I
Swiping on what specifically?
one of the local pack results. So if I swipe it to the right,
Swiping what?
the three pack result.
For the injury lawyer thing?
Oh no, I'm looking at Cleveland right now, Cleveland Auto.
I
You see,
can't swipe on the AI overview on the Cleveland thing, and I
oh,
don't
I
have
don't
a
see it.
regular map pack to swipe.
I don't see an AI overview.
Okay, well then maybe we're just stuck in a test.
That's what it sounds like.
But Max Lopez got the AI map pack.
Okay.
Steven got the AI overview. Steven, in your AI overview, was it an AI overview map pack or just an AI overview?
Max got swipe for pictures.
Yeah. They're definitely trying this AI overview map pack. And the crazy thing is, if you really test it, it doesn't show the same stuff every time. Like
Of
it's
course.
really different every time because it's AI. So yeah, this
Yeah,
this
so it's
could
going to suck.
definitely be a
Yep.
bad situation.
But if you add on to all of that, the fact that you got to say something, by the way.
Something,
There you go. All right. So, so now what you're saying, we got to get you a hat that says just say something,
right?
and on the other side, anonymous attendee. All right. So, so yeah, so basically, but the other thing is that now ads are becoming more prevalent too. I mean, they're spilling over all over the place at this point. So it's kind of interesting. It's interesting where things are going. I was asked the other day, is local going heavily on ads? Is that the future? We don't know the answer to that. We really don't. I think the answer is still no. But at the same time, there's some indicators that are kind of interesting, which I hate, but they exist.
Well, and they're going to start adding ads into ChatGPT
Of course, it's already there.
because they need the money, but they're not good ads. It's not a good experience, but
And
it's
holy
going to get
shit, this
better.
man, $1 million. No, it's not a
Sorry,
million.
sorry, what?
It's a couple. You have to spend at least, I think it's $100,000.
200. Yeah.
Yeah, 200. Okay, yeah, to get into that. It'll come down eventually, I'm sure, but
Yeah, I think right now they're desperate for revenue, so they don't want people coming in going, "Let me spend $100 and bitch about how the system is still pretty buggy because it's early beta." So let's just take the big cash from the people that will throw money at us, and we get a little influx of revenue, and have all these people in there to help guide bug fixes and stuff.
yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. All right, moving on to the next thing. All right, so interesting thing was came out this week actually. And I mean, I don't know about you, man, but I kind of expected this was going to happen. But Google in AI mode now has buttons where you can go ahead and buy a product from Etsy
Oh yeah.
directly. And they've got eBay and Walmart coming soon, actually. So, I mean, again, I don't think this is groundbreaking at all. It's interesting, that's for sure.
I mean, that's the direction it's all going. Everybody can complain and cry doom and gloom, but as soon as this AI stuff started coming out, we all knew we were heading for an agentic future where you don't have to go to websites to buy stuff anymore.
Right.
Like that's coming and it's coming soon, and everybody needs to be ready for it.
Yep. Yeah, there's actually, did you read the article that I posted on LinkedIn the other day that speaks about this kind of the whole possible future, basically,
I
of
didn't. I was at that conference. I was busy.
yeah, how dare you?
Yeah, sorry.
Really, how dare you?
I do have a cool story from the conference though. So this guy that they have a permanent haunted house now that Universal has put in Vegas. So like Halloween Horror Nights, but all
Yeah,
day.
yeah. Heard
So I
about this.
wanted to go, couldn't find anybody on my team or friends that were down. Ran into a guy who actually introduced me to Halloween Horror Nights 10 years ago. And I'm like, dude, they have a haunted house. He's like, let's go. Then he ends up losing his phone because he left it in a cab. So then we're trying to coordinate through him using other people's phones of what time we're going to meet up. And jokingly, to kind of be a jerk, I sent a, hey, do you have your phone back text message to him so that when he got a new phone, he would see that message and laugh and be like, oh, Gifford's kind of a jerk. But when I did that, a button popped up and the cab driver was able to call me back even though he didn't have Face ID or a code somehow. So he called me and he's like, I've already gone home. I'm like an hour and a half away, but I can bring the phone back. And we're like, that's amazing.
Hmm.
So go to the haunted house, have the cab driver come there. The haunted house is closed because it's a slow night. So we didn't get to do that, but we got the guy's phone back. Then he's like, man, I'm so excited. Let's go celebrate. You want to go downtown and play craps? And I'm like, yes, sir, I do. So went downtown, played craps, was like, I'm just gonna put a couple $100 down, enough to where I can shoot one time. Didn't even make it around the table to get to shoot and lost my money, so I got another $200 out. Lost almost all of that, so I'm almost 400 down. One back like 75 on my turn, and then I was like, okay, well I don't have that much left. I'll just play through the rest. It was a fun night, whatever. The next guy goes on a heater. I win it almost all back. So when I cash out, I'm only $12 down. As we're walking over to cash out, I tell my buddy how 25 years ago I was playing craps in Europe with my brother, and at the end of the night, after we got our butts kicked, I just dropped $20 on 20 on roulette and it hit. And ever since, I always do that at the end of the night. And like 1 out of 10 times it hits, right? Like I hit way more than you should statistically. And it pays 35 to 1. So that's $700 at the end of the night.
Yep.
I'm telling my buddy this. He's like, no way, dude, you're lying. I call BS. I'm like, watch. So I walk over, I drop a $25 chip on 20 on roulette. And the dealer's like, hey, bro, you know, if that hits, that's $875. I'm like, yeah, I'm aware. He goes, how about if it hits? You take the 800, I'll take 75 for the tip. And the whole table laughs. And I'm like, sure, man, I'll take that deal. It freaking hit. And then he goes to slide the whole stack, and I'm like, "What is that?" And he's like, "That's your 875. You just won 875." I said, "No, I won 800. I told you you could have the 75." And he's like, "I was just kidding." And I was like, "I wasn't." And he was like, "Oh,
Exactly,
thanks."
right.
It was the most epic end to a trip ever.
That reminds me actually of the trip that we did last year with our retreat in the Bahamas.
Yeah,
So what we did is at the end of the retreat, everybody had to come up with a new product concept, right? And the winner was going to get $800, the team that won. Well, guess what? Everybody's ideas were actually pretty fucking good. So
right.
everybody ended up getting around $400, right? Something
Nice.
like that. And so then we all kind of collectively decided that we were going to choose one of us and go to a roulette table, basically, and see if we could double the money at the very minimum, black and red, right? So I happen to be very good at this game of black and red because I got some secrets that I learned when I was doing marketing up in Vegas for years. And I would work with the marketing directors like at MGM and everything like that. And they kind of give me a little small insights. There's not that much, right? Anyway, so it's about 75% of the time I usually will correctly guess.
Nice.
Certain pattern exists. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So we're all walking through, and I'm like, all right, I'll take the first team. Fine, why not? So went up, explained the situation to the girls that were at the table, and plunked down the money. Turned around, just looked at my crew while the wheel was spinning. Fucker hit.
Nice.
Then they said, "Can you do it again?" I was like, "Maybe, kind of, possibly." Did it again.
Nice.
So that's the joys of gambling. Sometimes it does work.
Every once in a while. Yeah.
Every once in a long, long while. Anyway, so this article I wrote on LinkedIn, you really do need to check it out. Here's why. I don't have a link to it right now. But the future that I kind of am saying that may come is where the web is more local, just SEO in general is more based on trust and trust signals and trust factors.
Yep.
And it goes away from a ranking perspective to a trust perspective. In other words, where AI mode doesn't care about how you rank anymore in search, it cares about how much it trusts you as an entity.
Oh, yeah.
And would, for instance, AI say show a plumber who is 5 miles away versus 1 mile away? Why? Because their trust score is much higher,
Yep.
right? And that's why it might show you that as the one answer in a sense. And, to a point where it's like, okay, when it comes to also, say, building websites and things of that nature, maybe we're going back to a day where it's just plain old fucking HTML with no graphics or anything like that. Simple websites that are nothing but information repositories.
I disagree with that bit. I agree with the first bit. I think the website will still exist, but it will be a warm, fuzzy, here's great information and cool pictures to make you feel good about my brand if you want to check it out.
Hmm.
I don't think we will be in this stripped down HTML. I think it's going to be more of like you've got your website that exists for warm fuzzies, and then you have an RSS feed or some other thing that just feeds straight content to the systems. There's actually a whole markdown feed right now that's kind of the big buzz of the last week of people creating this specific HTML markdown feed to send to the AI systems that is just pared down content with no styling whatsoever because that's all that
Okay.
matters.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then you have the styled up pretty version for humans and for Google since Google still matters too. So I
Yeah.
think that's probably more likely to be some hybrid situation because at least let's say 2 months from now Google goes AI mode is the default for everybody. You're still going to be able to switch back to traditional search for a period of time.
For a period of time.
But let's say by the end of the year, you can't do old search anymore, and AI search is all that's available. People are still going to go to a website to see stuff. And I think as long as, 20 years from now, maybe, yeah, we don't have pretty websites anymore and it's just information feeds going back and forth. But at least for the next 10 to 15 years, you're still going to have a website. It's just, you're right. It's not going to be traditional ranking factors. It's going to be all about trust. It's going to be all about, is this a brand you actually want to buy from or not?
See, the horizon I'm talking about is 5 years. Okay. I agree. This year, no. Next year, no. AI mode full on this year, yes. Fall back to search, yes. But I think that eventually wearables become our interface of some kind or another, right? Maybe glasses, maybe something else, who knows? And when that happens, having a website becomes non-essential because you're not visiting a website to get information. You're consuming it in real time through something like an AI mode or like an assistant. You can do this right now with Meta glasses.
If you're searching, but what about all the people that want to go to Reddit to read comments on Reddit? You're not going to do that on Meta glasses where it projects to a little bitty screen. You're going to use a phone or a tablet or something.
Who knows? There's going to be something going on. Yes, I agree, right? But who knows if Reddit's going to be something that we even use in the future?
Right.
Again, we're talking like way out, right? We're not talking today.
Yeah.
We're talking like, Minority Report future looks,
Right.
it's like that, where you're walking around, the ads are fucking following you based on your personalization,
Yeah, exactly.
you know. But I mean, is that a future that we may live in one day? Who knows, right? And who knows how long it's going to take to get there, but it might happen.
And then look at how popular all of the block AI plugins are in the Chrome store right now. They are super popular. A bunch of the general public doesn't like AI overviews or AI mode or any of that stuff. So while we all see that eventuality coming, and it's for sure coming, I wonder if it gets delayed by the pushback of all of the people that are older than 17 or 18 years old that are still going to have that. There's still a ton of car dealers that spend all of their marketing money on newspaper ads.
Oh,
And,
sure.
and like I literally talked to a guy in Vegas last week that was saying how his dealership's owner was all into newspaper and they dropped a ridiculous amount of money on a monthly basis to run full page ads in their local newspaper. And this marketing guy was trying to prove that that was bad spend because they should be spending on digital, but that guy was like, nope, the newspaper ads do it. So they on the side interviewed every car that they sold. They interviewed the buyer for the last year. And it was like 15,000 cars they sold in the last year. And of the 15,000 people that bought a car, not a single person subscribed to that local newspaper and not a single person ever went to that local newspaper's website. So
Interesting.
then they came back and said, look, you're still stuck in the old days and you're advertising because you get the newspaper and you see that ad and it makes you feel good. But our customers do not buy that newspaper and they are not seeing this ad. So we are burning money. I think we're going to have some sort of a transition period like that where a lot of people, I'm not talking business owners. Clearly, business owners are going to resist the change. But I think consumers, at least for a bit, are going to kind of resist the change and that may slow it down a little.
You know, I don't know, man. In the 30 years that I've been doing this, people resist everything, and it's usually the marketers who resist,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
It's not the business owners, it's not the consumers. They're I was sitting around a table last night having dinner with a bunch of older women actually and watching a comedy show, right? This woman must have been at least 70 years old. And you know what she did? She reached over and a friend of hers was asking her a question and she goes, "Oh, just go to ChatGPT. You'll
Yeah.
find what you need." She's like, "Why don't you just click on AI mode in Google? You'll be fine." You know, that's a 70-year-old woman, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. That's a sign of the times. It really is. I have not seen any technology have that kind of uptick in an older generation.
That fast. Yeah.
A long time. A long time. I mean, we're talking like the adoption of the internet days.
Right.
That's when that happened before. So I don't know, man. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting what it's going to do to everybody as an agency, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
and because we are going to have to adapt, and we will adapt, but there's hands down that's going to happen. So, all right, enough about futurism.
Hey, all y'all listening, and there's like 30 something people here. We need questions, we need URLs, we need GBPs. We only have a handful of things. And yeah,
Six
we've been
more.
chatting for a bit here, but we only have four things so far. So you guys got to help us out, or we may have to end this early.
I doubt that, but yep, exactly. All right. So, I say this is news, but this is not kind of really news. You can say goodbye to short names in your Google business profile again. So short names have been going away the way of the ghost as a deprecated feature for
Too
two
many
years.
years now.
2 years, yeah, exactly right. It's like actually it's one of those things that Google makes that's actually useful when people like, and they go, no, let's just kill it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, people don't need that. Yeah, who needs a Google shortener? Come on, right? No, but seriously, so it's a feature they're killing it again. And they're basically just saying you can't report them. Of course, you can't change them, but they'll still work if you have one. I still have local SEO.
Do you really?
I do.
Nice.
When the feature came out in beta, I was like, "Ooh, can I get local SEO?" Ah, yeah, I got local SEO. Yeah, so whatever. All right. We kind of talked a little bit about this, but LocalU in Nashville, Greg is going to be speaking there in September.
You didn't read that tweet right.
I didn't really.
That tweet is that you can buy a year subscription to LocalU to have access to all the video content, and you
Oh,
watch what happened at LocalU in Nashville last fall. But
oh,
this fall, LocalU is going to be in Dallas,
which I'll be speaking at.
and I will be the MC. So we will both be there.
Oh, excellent, man. Good.
So
Yeah.
Axel wants the tweet. I don't have a sound
I got
pulled
it.
up. Can you share the tweet in the
Yeah,
chat?
yeah, I got it. I got it. Hold on. One moment,
Yeah,
actually.
all y'all listening, you should all come to Dallas in I think it's October, and we can all hang
October.
out and have a cool like team picture, which may or may not make it into the new intro for our cool little Q&A live.
And we can also go ahead and we can all play. What's the game that you're working on right now with your three?
Nemesis. Yeah.
Yeah. So Greg is 3D printing a board game that we all play, usually like Joy, me, Greg, everybody, when we go to local U's and such. So what is it again?
It's called Nemesis.
Nemesis. That's right. Yes.
The date, someone asked, Steven asked what the date is. The date is October 20th of 2026 in
Okay.
Dallas.
Cool.
Actually,
Cool.
Grapevine, but in Dallas.
Yep. All right. So there is a new button on your Google business profile, at least in the direct search, which is called Insights, for lack of a better word. What it is you know how mobile you visit a place, right? And it says, "Do you know this place?" And it says, "Is there handicap parking? Is there a handicap spot? Is there a restroom? Is there this? Is there that?" All these questions, right? Basically, these exact same questions are now in your Insights panel that you can answer it yourself. So, yeah, kind of special, but I don't know. I guess they'll give an agency something else to do for the customer.
Right?
That's about it, considering there is not much to do for GBP in the first place, but there's that. Oh, let's see. And we have the last real piece of news today. And that is if you, your brother, your sister, your friend, whatever, has been freaking out over the past 48 hours about the fact that every Google business profile said posting is turned off, you can relax now. It was a bug, like most things are, and it's fixed. So, yeah, you're good. Stop worrying. All right. So let's see. Okay. We only do have four questions, by the way.
But it is time to come on down for live questions. using an owl camera?
An owl camera.
Your camera keeps like zooming in and out and following you around.
No, it's the zoom feature.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is.
It's pretty cool.
I can't see it though, but I would assume it's probably. Oh, yep, it's
Yeah.
following.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure is.
That's pretty cool.
Yay. I don't have to worry about where the camera is. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so like Greg was saying, we only have 4 questions. We've got a half an hour to go. If you guys want to fill it up with at least 6 more questions, that would be fine. If you have our GBP that you would like us to roast, we shall do that too. It can be yours or a competitor. Just saying. All right. When we get ready with this, you buddy. Okay. Max has a question. Can you just deconstruct a good legal local business in injury law?
So you want us to
Question.
like roast a GBP, Max? I'm not sure what you're asking.
Yeah, Max, help us out, buddy.
Yeah, you got to give us a link for us to do it. Or you're just
And
wanting us to pick a random one from somewhere.
yeah, I'm thinking he's going to say yes.
Um,
Ah, here we go.
we can do that one. Let's do that. I'm
Demo
going to share
Plus.
my screen so you can see what we're looking at as we look at things. Okay.
Yeah, there he is in Vegas.
I do not like their title tag of hire legal elite trademark. Like hire legal elite. Nobody knows what that is, and your trademark thing looks stupid.
Come on, man. They're just really proud that they got that trademark.
And then they don't even have a meta description on their homepage, which is garbage. And then Demopolis Injury Law, a personal injury law firm, the law firm you can trust with a big case. Like
Yeah, that's all.
not
It's all marketing
not a
scheme.
good
It's bullshit.
title tag. The first H1 heading is just we win, so no SEO there. They have 8 H1s and 32 H3s on the page,
Oh
so
my
garbage
goodness.
code. They have look at those awesome 6 empty H1 headings,
Yep.
7 empty H1 headings. So now I want to go look at the code. Oh my gosh, they literally have it blocked that you. Oh, they don't.
No, it's gonna be this is gonna be disgusting.
So we have the we win H1. The next H1 is just literally space, space, space. And then another H1 that is just space. Like, are they using H1s to pad the site? Like, that's awful. Um,
And it's either that or they have an SEO who's telling them that's the way to win.
right. But just also for above the fold, just a complete black thing that says we have 3,000 reviews and a 4.9 score. Like, okay, cool, bro. Broken images all over the page. Look at all those broken images.
Well, actually, when you first load the page up, look at the upper left-hand corner. It's broken image.
Yeah.
They probably have an image
There
there for the
should be an image
background.
behind this probably, and
Yeah.
not just black, but we can't see it because the site's broken.
Right.
So, Max, is this a client or you're just picking it because you're in Vegas?
Max.
Oh, cool. Chad got the Critter Wranglers guy.
Oh, he did. Excellent.
Um,
Oh, non client biggest
why do
advertiser.
we have a
$100 million on the table.
that's an autoplay video with sound that I didn't ask to play? Hell freaking no. Don't do that. And there's no way to kill it.
Oh wait, are you serious? Are you still hearing it?
No, I hit the button to turn the sound off and it popped another video up and then you close it, but like dude, if that video is important and it's like, look at me, I'm a douche and I wear rich sunglasses and drive a Lamborghini, like nobody cares. Like this is so icky. And like if that's an important video, put it as a YouTube embed that people can choose to play instead of forcing it on everyone. More broken images and a whole stack of reviews that of course are going to say the guy is awesome.
Of course.
More broken images. Like I would immediately not hire this guy because I don't trust him if he can't even have his own website work. And then I hate when people have a hamburger menu icon on
Oh, wait a
desktop.
minute. Were those racing girls?
Oh, I'm sure they were.
Oh God, come on. Oh yeah, they are.
Firm
Okay.
apparel. So,
All
hey,
right.
we've got hot chicks wearing our logo. That makes you want to buy from us.
Oh yeah,
Come on.
absolutely.
And then the important stuff that people care about is what kind of injury law do you practice? And it's way buried at the bottom. But then also horrible to have the hamburger menu icon on desktop. And then why is it a side menu? And why is the side menu covered up by the chat with the real human video dumb icon at the
And
bottom?
it's
That
very difficult to
I
read.
can't even click on the things I want to click on because now if I try to scroll, I'm still covering up their contact us. You can see it right there at the bottom. Like this is so poorly designed, it's not even funny. And you start with the Depro Pavera. Okay, that could be important. Those lawsuits are probably class action things they want to make money off of. But then about the firm practice areas, let's go just car accident. Bad URL because it should be car accident Las Vegas. They have Las Vegas car accident lawyer. Hire legal elite TM. The Miles injury law firm. And again, no meta description. I guarantee you their heading is going to suck. Oh, they only have one. But Las Vegas car accident attorney fighting for victims. Not great. Let's see. I've been doing this lately. How many times Las Vegas appears on the page? 20 times. But okay, yeah, there's a lot.
I
Like,
guess so. I guess what you're saying is they are in Las Vegas, probably.
have you been injured on a freeway near Las Vegas? The freeways in and around Las Vegas are heavily traveled and in many areas dangerous. In fact, the stretch of interstate between Las Vegas, like you don't need to say Las Vegas 3 times in two sentences, bro. Okay, yeah, super bad. But let's go back to the GBP.
It's called read your content out loud. If you sound silly, it probably is.
The super, super,
Mm-hmm.
super bad cover image because like it's just a building. Like I think that's not great. Let's see what their categories are.
Mm-hmm.
Probably equally garbagey.
Oh, of
Personal
course.
injury, general practice. I would never put general practice attorney on a personal injury attorney's. I wouldn't put insurance attorney either because you're not
No.
suing an insurance company. You're getting an insurance settlement for an injury, so that's not correct. Law firm, okay. Attorney, okay. Legal
Eh,
services, maybe.
no. No.
Probably
You
not put
wouldn't do
legal
legal
services.
services.
I wouldn't put trial attorney either.
Yeah. You wouldn't do legal services because you're talking about paper pushers basically at this point, right?
Yeah, like that's not what you are. But then okay, a bunch of
Remember,
reviews. Let's
everybody, categories who you are, not what you do.
So I like to look at this. This is a good hint for all of you. When you go into the maps view, you get this breakdown of the common keywords and common themes in reviews. So we have traffic ticket. Okay, cool. The guy helps get you out of traffic ticket. The office, you can click on it and then see what do they say? Blah, 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 blah. This one is, I didn't even know the office was open. Okay, so that's not great. I don't know what wolf is. Oh, Kimberly Lobos. So Google is saying Lobos is the Spanish word for wolf and picking up every time Kimberly Lobos is in there. Signatures, I don't know what that is. Caseworker speed, tickets, process, earrings for some reason.
Okay.
This doesn't even say earring in that.
It's interesting, is what that is.
How is earring showing up? Because earring is not listed in any of these. Crazy stuff, crazy stuff. But also notice they're not responding to their reviews. No owner responses to any reviews, which is also not great. And then we can jump back out, see whatever else.
Well, actually,
Okay,
Craig,
they have 15.
if you take a look at their website and the way they portray themselves, they don't need to answer reviews. They're
Yeah,
above
I mean, I
they're
guess.
above it. They're above it.
Their website button, the only UTM tagging they have on it is UTM campaign equals GMB. UTM tags don't work unless you have at least source and medium at a minimum. So just putting UTM campaign isn't going to do anything for you. The reason you put UTMs on the website link is because attribution is broken and everything's going to show up as direct traffic that's coming in from mobile. So you put the UTM to make sure it's attributed correctly, but if they're just changing the campaign, all that traffic's still going to show as direct and it's not fixing the problem. So that's not great.
Actually, Greg, you missed one point there.
What's
It's
that?
even worse. That means whoever they've hired to do SEO in the past 2.5 years has not updated the UTM.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's GMB,
For sure.
not GPP.
They are not listed to be open 24/7, which is probably a good thing because they're not open 24/7.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that though. Um,
Actually, no, incorrect. I mean, for them, they should be listed 24/7 because they probably do have an intake system that answers phones 24/7.
Probably, but maybe they just don't care about it because they're aloof. And if you have a problem, you can call us when we're open. Who knows?
Either
They
that or
also only
I
have the
haven't hired a
campaign,
marketer in 20 years.
right? They only have the campaign listed on the appointments, which is also not great. This is horrible. Look at this description. They camel cased all of this stuff. And Demopoulos Law Firm, award-winning accident and personal injury lawyers in Las Vegas, voted best accident lawyer, best injury lawyer, and best trial lawyer. Comma. Then Demopoulos Law Firm is the firm you can trust when. Okay, why are you capitalizing every word and in the end of the sentence you're not, and the rest of the thing you're not? And
Uh,
why? Oh my gosh, this gets one of these. Why are you saying visit our town square location and listing the address when the address is literally something somebody's already scrolled past? And why are
yep.
you putting your phone number or your zip code in there? Like, this is so bad.
Well, that's because somebody told them that it would help them with SEO.
Let's check this out.
Yeah,
Oh,
Max is saying check
guy
out
is
their Instagram.
posting, look how douchey I am photos on or videos on TikTok. So, hey, good there. More
I'm
douchey
sorry,
videos
would
on
anybody
TikTok.
trust this guy?
Like, why would you call this guy? I'm like, this guy just thinks he's awesome. They have the stupid products thing that isn't correct. Let's look at this. Posts are bad. A serious crash can change your life in seconds. Medical visits, insurance calls, and call
And
now. You got to treat these like ads. That's not an ad. And look at all the text that's there. Here's the important thing. Each case receives personal attention. The goal is to guide you through the process and fight for your rights. Why is that not up top? And why do you have
there's a
a call to
website.
action of visit our website to know more
Yeah.
and then a call now button? Like, do one or the other, guys. Like, oh my gosh, this is like
I'm
Max,
simply
thanks for this one. This
confused at
one's
this
so
point.
garbage. And look at this. Here's a room full of pissed off people and the douchey dude shaking his fist. That means we're powerful. You got to call us.
Yep.
And
Because he
here's
could
one.
have been
Why
by
do we
his
have
next
an
Lamborghini.
empty desk in an office? Like, what is the purpose of this photo? This talk about vehicle accidents can do this. You're trying to get people to call you, but it's a picture of your office. Like, that's dumb. Here's a picture of Uber accidents. Oh man, this is from January 10th. So whoever's doing this guy's marketing right now just posted a picture of a car accident to do this stupid Google post that's not going to work anyway. But he used a picture of international
From
cars.
Europe.
That's an
It's Europe.
international license plate. That's not even an American car or
Ah.
an American license plate. Why? Like, this guy just does not give a shit about doing the right stuff, does he?
What the fuck?
And your truck accident picture is a flipped over truck in a field that's not even by a road.
I'm guaranteeing
Here's
your reverse
a
search that it's going to be somewhere
tour
else.
bus accidents in Las Vegas, and it is a tour bus that is old and in the wilderness somewhere and overgrown.
Yep.
Is it Russian, Max? I can't even tell, but it's awful.
And
And
that's
then
another
here's
European
one.
car right there.
Personal injuries happen anywhere. At least whoever did this wasn't so lazy as to keep the European license plate there, but they had blocked it out, but it's still very clearly a European car and plate.
Yep.
Like, come on, this is like the laziest marketing ever. Look at that. That picture right there is like freaking Ireland or Scotland.
I was
That
going to
is
say
not
that
Las
is
Vegas,
that's the most beautiful part of Vegas I think I've ever seen in my life.
right? And like, good Lord, this is so.
Ew.
Here's another empty office picture. Who we're thrilled to be in our new offices, and the first picture in your carousel is that. Like, I
Oh,
can't even.
this was obviously posted to Instagram.
Yeah, like this is so. This is just garbage. Oh wow. Jan says that the agency that was working
Yep.
with them at the time
Yep.
contacted him 4 years ago. The website hasn't been updated from what he remembers, and he can confirm they
They
are
are in
European.
Europe.
Okay, there's no problem with using a European agency to help you with your SEO, but they should be smart enough to get pictures of cars from the US to put in your stuff. Like, come on, guys.
They,
And they're probably spending like 30,000 a month for this garbage too. So bad, so bad,
sure.
so bad. Thanks for that one. That was a good one, Max.
That was a very good one.
All right. Next question is from our wonderful friend Chad, who won the business with the Critter guys, thanks to hopefully at least a little bit of our help in the last few episodes. So,
You gotta give him a clap on that one.
yeah, that's a, oh, yeah, this one actually, he gets a Bill and Ted excellent guitar.
All right. Say something.
Something. Okay, so your question from Chad. I have seen this on some of the GBPs I've been looking at. I know the busy is usually for retail establishments, but looking at some of these, you can almost tell when the people are home since they are running a business out of their home. Aside from switching it to a service area business, is there something someone can do? And he gave us some examples. So I will again share my screen and we can put this example in to see what he is talking about.
Okay.
Oh, busy all the time. Even at 3 a.m., they are very busy. Usually a little busy at 3 a.m.
It's definitely a home. Nice homes, by the way.
Or this other example.
But this should be an SAB, by the way. So they're wildlife control. You don't go to a wildlife control. They come to you. So it should be an
Mosquito
SAB.
Tech. This was Mosquito Tech. Hey, in the chat, tell me where Mosquito Tech and what city, because this is just pulling up stuff local to me, and there is no Mosquito Tech here, Chad.
I get one for Scottsdale and North Phoenix. No, yeah. Oh, wait, Tech?
Yeah,
Oh,
Mosquito Tech was the business.
I don't
Oh,
know.
skip it. He said skip it.
All right.
But still, you saw what he's talking about.
Yeah. I mean, basically, it's somebody who has it at their house. So somebody's always home, is what it looks like, and has their locations turned on. But I mean, come on, they do pest control. Nobody goes to a pest control business. So yeah, it should be an SAB for
There we
sure.
go.
I would report it if it's not your customer.
Yeah.
All right, Donna has a question for you. A few weeks ago, you mentioned that Bing is essentially dead. I'm not able to update locations through an API. Supposedly, they're working on it, but they have been since October. Should I even spend any more cells thinking about it or typing questions about it?
I mean, the reason that we were saying that Bing was dead is because everyone is using Gemini now instead of ChatGPT, and ChatGPT and Bing were tied together. Bing still has 5 to 6%, sometimes up to 8 to 10% in the West Coast markets of search volume. So yeah, I think Bing is still definitely worth using. There's not a whole lot you have to do. I mean, it's kind of like Google Business Profiles. Like once you have it set up and optimized, it doesn't require ongoing monthly work to come back in there and do more stuff, especially on Bing. Get it set up and you're good. Now, if there's something you need to update and you're trying to use the API and it's broken, oh well, do it manually and then call it a day and you're done. Like there's not a whole lot we can do if the API is not working other than do it manually. But I would for sure make sure it's right.
That's about the only thing I would care about with Bing. Is it right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Their
really,
interface,
that's it.
their interface still sucks, by the way.
They're what?
Their interface is horrible.
Oh yeah, the whole thing. I mean, ever since Dwayne left, it has not been a great thing.
Yeah, I mean, you try to add one location, it'll add all of your locations.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like worse than how Google looks at things.
Yeah, it's super wonky.
Yep.
All right. Greg Shattuck has a question for you.
All right.
He has a location-based business that was denied. Google approved it as a service area because they do not have an actual sign. The lease will not allow an actual sign. Is there any option to approve? They have gone through live video verification, and a Google Live person would not approve. See main photo just updated, and this is what they showed Google during the live video verification. And he gave us a link, which I
Um,
will also share on the screen so everyone can see.
so it was approved. It's got a vinyl sign above. Yeah, so what I would do is I would just get a vinyl cutout sign and get it put on the glass, or get a metal sign and have it riveted to that door.
Well, here's a question. I think he's saying the lease doesn't allow them to do that, but here's my question.
Hmm.
Greg, answer this in the chat if you don't mind. Why are we trying to set this up as a storefront? If it's heating and air conditioning, it is a service area business.
Heating and air conditioning, man, they all want storefronts.
Yeah, but just because they want it doesn't mean they're allowed to have it. Like it's a service business. Like,
Not true. I do them all the time, actually. We got thousands of service area customers that have.
but also, Greg, something you could do. Should I share something that might be a little black hatty, but isn't really black hatty, but could be used black hatty?
You said they might be able to put it on the door, by the way.
Yeah. So look into something called a Cricut. It is a vinyl cutting machine. You can do a Cricut vinyl sign and put it on the window where it looks like it's painted on the window permanently for your video. And then if the landlord doesn't want it there, once you get approved, you just tear it down and then you're okay and you get approved. And then if you have to get reapproved, you just print another one out and put it on there for the video and then tear it down when you're done. Like that's kind of against the rules. But yeah, in situations like this where the landlord just doesn't let you put up a permanent sign, what else can you do, right?
Yeah, and they've got the vinyl sign above, right? So in a sense, they're not lying. They're just basically doing it for the video verification, but there's still signage there if somebody needs
Yeah,
to
but
find.
also the vinyl sign should count, even though it's vinyl. Like it's clearly tacked up. Like it's 10 feet in the air. It's not like that's something
Yeah,
they
I know, but
slapped on a
still.
door that's a piece of paper, you know?
But it's a Google representative that's not in the United States that doesn't understand these things and they don't care. They just see a
Yeah,
vinyl sign,
for sure.
you know.
For sure.
It's very, very subjective. Um, Rachel has a question.
All right.
Doing the most on a GBP be like?
If you really want to do the most, you got to just do a bunch of busy work so that you're doing more activity than everybody else. But really, when you say what is doing the most, I assume you mean what's the best thing that you can do. Like you are optimizing it as fully as possible. Fill everything out.
Yep.
Everything that you can possibly fill out, fill it out. Add all of the services that are pre-populated, add your own services. Add in all of the photos that you can. Update your photos on a fairly regular basis if it's a seasonal business where there might be snow on the ground sometimes and not others. Have photos of your staff in there. Make sure your categories are what you are, not what you do, like Ben loves to say. Make sure that you've got UTM tracking on your links so that you get correct attribution in Google Analytics. Make sure you're treating Google posts as ads, not as social media. And that's pretty much it. Make sure it's the actual business name. You're not stuffing keywords. Make sure your hours are correct. Make sure your phone number's correct. Make sure your website's correct. That's pretty much it. There's not a
It's
whole lot else you can do.
it's pretty simple. And I sum it up the same way, like you just said. Fill out all the things. You're done.
Rachel, to elaborate on the who you are, not what you do. For example, there are not a ridiculously small number, but not a huge number, but there's a quite a few car dealerships that will have a cafe in the car dealership. So that as you're there waiting for service, you can go get food and drinks and whatever. You should not put restaurant as a category on your car dealership just because you have a little cafe in the dealership. You are
Exactly.
not a restaurant, you are a car dealer. A restaurant is something that you do, not something that you are.
See, I like to use McDonald's as an example because they have an ice cream machine, right?
Right.
And
Yeah, it's a good
so,
one too.
yeah, the who you are, what you not what it's who you are, not what you do. So yes, they serve ice cream there, but that doesn't make them an ice cream shop.
Yeah.
They're a fast food restaurant,
Yep.
right? So that is what the difference is between who you are and what you do. If you put ice cream shop there, and I'm looking for a scoop of ice cream from something like Carvel or something like that, and I show up and you don't have it, I'm going to leave you the nastiest review in the entire world.
I mean, to be fair though, Ben, if you're looking for a really nice scoop of ice cream and you do a search and McDonald's pops up and you think you can get a nice scoop of ice cream at McDonald's, that's kind of on you, buddy.
Oh, no, I mean, I would have some really bad personal problems if that was true. And yes, just like Stephen said, and the fucking machine's
And the
broke.
machine's broken, yeah. Okay. Luann's question for you. Oh, looks like Rachel gave us the URL. So Rachel, looks like we might run out of time. So make sure you show up next time and we'll do that audit live. Because the next question in the queue is for Ben from Luann. What would cause a listing to become unverified? Is it along the same lines as being suspended, just not as severe?
No, it's not the same thing as being suspended. I mean, I guess it's the same thing as being soft suspended, which means you can't modify it or make any changes or manage it or whatever, right? So in that case, yeah, kind of like being suspended. What can cause it to become unverified? The general rule of thumb that you just need to take a look at is that whenever Google questions the veracity of the profile or the data in the profile, it can become unverified to make sure that you basically still have control and that you're actually a real baby boy at the end of the day. So that's what's going on. It's just basically, again, it's just trying to verify that you actually are still in existence and that who you are who you say you are. So that's why that happens. Anytime you can make an edit, it can cause it to become unverified. So yeah. So anyway, that's really all there is to that.
Um,
All right. 2 minutes. Let's see.
um,
We can't do Mary.
yeah, Mary's and Rachel's are the only ones left, and they are way too much for us to get done in the minute and a half that we have left, which means Mary
Hmm.
and Rachel, for sure, you got to show up in 2 weeks when we come back because you're going to be the first two things that we do when we return in 2 weeks for the next episode.
Keep talking.
Keep talking,
I
something.
got him. I got him. Okay,
There we
we're
go.
good.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so Ben has now saved those URLs and businesses so that we know what they are. Next time, once we get past our initial chit chat and any news items we have, we will start with Mary and Rachel's uh, audits. Like I don't think either one, they're both theirs. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Mary specifically said as a comment, she's looking for feedback, not a roast. LOL. So we'll try to remember. Ben, put a note in there to remember that this is a nice audit,
I
not a
did.
roast,
I
and
did. But you know
we'll
what?
hopefully remember.
We're gonna have to do a roast in a nice way, but it's still gonna be a roast.
I mean, we'll see.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We will do a nice audit, is
I
what we'll
mean,
do.
for sure, Mary Reed, Sean's lawn and tree service probably should not be marked as being open 24 hours a day because you can't really mow a lawn or trim trees in the dark.
What are you talking about, man? I've had landscapers come to my place at 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes. It's Phoenix. Come on, it gets hot.
Right. And she said they wanted this for emergency storm damage. We'll talk about that next time. But yeah, if I have a storm hit my house at 4 a.m., I'm way more worried about are my pets and family members safe than looking on GBP to see if somebody is open to call right then to come help. they're not going to call till the next morning anyway. So yeah, for sure, not a great idea.
Nope. And thanks, Mark. Yeah, that was a fun suspension and all sorts of other discussion that we had with Joy. So wait until you see what we're going to be doing at Local U actually in October. Joy reached out to me right after that webinar. She's like, let's do horror stories.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Oh yeah, no, you and I are going to get together on this one, Greg, because we're going to have to do some nice
You
stuff.
know, is she going to have you be in the Hot Ones challenge?
I have no idea.
Yeah, we're doing a Hot Ones challenge, so that'll be fun
What's
and
that?
interesting.
What is that?
Have you not seen the YouTube videos where they have celebrities come in and Hot Ones has like 10 different hot sauces that get progressively hotter?
Oh God, I saw that.
So
No, dude, yeah,
like
we
they
have
did at the
that.
Google thing in
Yeah,
Austin.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're doing that at Local U.
Oh yeah, fuck that. I would wuss out after number two or three.
Yeah, we did it in Nashville and I was done after about number 4 or 5. The last ones were not fun.
Yeah, no, 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 no. That's not fun. No, not gonna do that. No, maybe we'll see.
Well,
Possibly.
thanks everybody for showing up today. Hopefully you learned some stuff and had a good time. And we will see you next time for our next episode.
Absolutely. All right, brother. See you on the flip side.
Have a great
Thanks
weekend.
everybody for coming. Have a great one. Bye.